Hello, Orsi Parkanyi here from womenasentrepreneurs.com.au, and here with Lisa Fox, co-founder of OpenShed and finalist in Nokia Hindsight entrepreneur competition. Thank you so much for congratulations, and thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us today. Can you tell us about OpenShed and where did the idea come from?
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me to be on here today. OpenShed is a peer-to-peer rental site where you can rent out your idle stuff to people around you. So it's tapping into the idea that we all don't need to own a lawnmower, a drill, all that stuff that we've got. And so essentially the idea came about. There is a fabulous TEDx talk that I'd recommend everyone watches, which is Rachel Botsman's What's Mine? Well, actually that's her book. Rachel Botsman's The Rise of Collaborative Consumption TED Talk. And so I was listening to that in December last year while I was doing some filing in my previous role as a government lawyer with New South Wales Attorney Generals. It was the first time I'd ever heard of the term collaborative consumption. And so Rachel had just released a book, so I started reading that. And basically this idea of making better use of the stuff that you already own or tapping into the resources that people already have around you really intrigued me. The book's a really, really interesting read. And basically, being the research nerd that I am, I was researching while I was reading and checking out all the sites that she was mentioning in the book. Most of them were UK and US examples. And so basically, I really then started to try and dig down deep to see what I could find in Australia. And the type of sites that I was seeing in the UK and the US that I would like to use in Australia, I just couldn't find. So that's
always a good way to start.
Yes, exactly. So essentially that was kind of it. I pitched the idea to my partner Duncan, who's a software developer, and he really liked it. So basically that was Boxing Day, just gone.
Oh, fantastic. So you were a lawyer before. So
yes.
What made you take the jump into entrepreneurship?
So I've always been someone that has lots of big ideas. I have got a folder on my computer with random ideas I have. So essentially, I guess maybe it was already a little bit in my makeup, I guess. But last year, it's really interesting. I just had a very interesting year last year where I got on Twitter for the first time, and then I discovered the wonderful blog world, and I guess just social media, being opened up to all the fabulous things that people were doing out there, the possibilities of things. Yes. They do say that, you know, the job that you have, you will probably, a lot of your friends will be in the similar space that you are. So I do have a lot of friends that are lawyers or public servants. And so Twitter and blogs just became like this amazing, just blew my mind basically, all this amazing stuff that was going on out there, and particularly then what women were doing as well in the space. So I guess it was just that kind of sense of, yeah, I could actually really do something with one of these ideas.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you think, my next question is, what do you think the biggest challenge for women entrepreneurs will be in 2012?
I don't know if 2012 will be any different from any other year, actually. I think as we were talking about just a little before the interview, I think there is that challenge of rocking up to events or startup weekends, things like that, where there might only be a couple of women in the room. That's, no matter how confident you are, that's a confronting, that's a, you know, wow, am I really meant to be here kind of sort of moment. So I think that's been, I'm sure that feeling has been around for years, and I think that will continue. And so that's a real challenge. I also do think, I don't have any children at the moment, but I also do think childcare is a massive issue. It's really interesting. I have had some incredible experiences this year or opportunities to meet some amazing women that are doing some great things, and a lot of them do have children, and I'm totally in awe of what they have been able to achieve while having children. And the childcare system in Australia just has to change. It's, you know, we're just losing all this amazing potential, you know, stifling women not being able to think that they can get out there and do these things because, you know, childcare is so expensive in Australia.
So these women inspire you?
Yes.
These women who can have it all.
And do you know what I love about them is that they don't talk about having it all. That it is about, it's hard work, but it's really worth it. And then there is that sense of coming together, and it is that sharing what's really hard or what they've completely stuffed up. You know, I've got to tell you about this time I completely stuffed it up because I don't want you to do the same thing. Like that kind of sort of sense. I think there is that that's really sort of supportive attitude out there of like, if you've got the guts to give your idea a go, then then there's an awesome bunch of women out there that are ready to support you, and they're ready to spend time and talk to you about what you're up to, even though they've already got 20,000 things on their plate as well.
Well, my last question would have been if you could give one advice to aspiring women entrepreneurs, what would that be? But you probably have just answered my question. So put it out there and give it a go.
I suppose, yeah, it really is. Get out there, give it a go. There's an amazing community out there, and don't wait till you feel like you know what you're doing. You may feel like you know what you're doing, and then something will happen. Then you'll need to change direction. So don't wait until you feel like you know everything, because you're never going to anyway. And there's awesome people out there to help you.
Great. Thank you so much, Lisa, for joining Women as Entrepreneurs today. And as Orsi, I'm Orsi, Lisa Fox from OpenShed. If you need more information, the website to visit.
It's www.openshed.com.au.
Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you.